So Ron DeSantis went on the PBD podcast with Patrick Bet-David, and did an hour interview. Usually PBD's podcasts are longer than that. And it's interesting because you could tell when like a politician or somebody who thinks they're really important or somebody who has handlers gets a hold of them, they're like, don't do a 2-hour or 3-hour podcast. Like, let's get it as short as humanly possible. So PBD agreed to do an hour. Go watch the whole thing. There's some interesting moments in it, but this is a moment that went viral. So Patrick Bet-David kind of confronts him here on whether or not he wears heels, which has become a huge theory on TikTok and Twitter. So let's watch, and then we'll react to it.
I have people around me that love to say, hey, Pat, you got something to teeth. These are the annoying people in your life, right? Hey, Pat, pull your zipper up. You know, hey, Pat, do this. Hey, pull one of your socks is lower than the other one. I'm sure your marketing team points out how they're trying to troll you in the marketplace. Okay, I'm sure they're doing that. Can you bring this one clip? I know you were on, what do you call it? On, what was it? Bill Maher, and Bill Maher talked about the boots. I've seen you walk with these boots. Go ahead and play this clip. This on TikTok went viral. It doesn't have 1 million views. It doesn't have, 10 million views. This thing's got 1.2 million likes. And some people are wondering,
what are they? I don't even. I haven't seen that.
They've not shown this to you. Okay,
No.
What they're trying to say with this is that in your boots you have heels.
No.
That's
Yeah,
what they're trying to
those are just standard off the rack Lucchese.
How tall are you, Governor? How tall?
5'11".
5'11". Okay. Why don't you wear tennis shoes and dress shoes?
I do wear tennis shoes when I work out. Yeah, 100%.
You do.
Yep.
Okay. I got a gift for you. I'd love for you to wear. Okay. I shop at Ferragamo. Okay. And
I don't accept gifts. I can't accept it.
I totally get it.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to put it here, and Ferragamo can get a nice sponsorship. And then,
Okay.
I like how Patrick Bet-David tried to like smooth over the shot he just took by hey, I bought you Ferragamo shoes. You can't be mad at me. Look, I got you some really expensive, really nice shoes. That was a nice little touch to soften the blow of the fact that he just called him out for wearing heels in front of like 1 million people. So look, is he wearing heels? Is he wearing heels? Well, this is another video that people use as evidence. Let's play this one here for you. I can't let the music play. Look at how he walks. Look at how he walks. So, I highly recommend as well. There's a video that Breaking Points did on this, and Crystal compiled more evidence on it. There was one time in the wake of one of the hurricanes in Florida, he was at a scene and he was walking, and the camera showed his legs really good from a front view. And he walks with like his knees bent. And there was another video of a guy who's short, who's insecure about it, who wears high heels, and he talks about it openly. And you see him walking in high heels. And that's like when guys walk in high heels and they don't know how to walk in high heels, they kind of have their knees bent a little bit and they move forward. And that's definitely what DeSantis is doing in that other video after the Florida hurricane. Again, go check out the Breaking Points video for more on that. And then there's other videos where when he's walking, if you zoom in on his shoes, like halfway through the foot, there's a huge crease and indentation. And when he walks, it's like the indentation becomes so deep that there's no way that his toes are at the front of the shoe, right? And so the theory is he's wearing some heels, but then even internally, he's got some extra heels that are put in where he's basically walking on like 3-4 inch heels, right? And I have to say, based on the evidence that I've seen to this point, is it true? I am convinced by the evidence that I've seen. I think he is wearing heels. I think there's too many video clips out there that are sort of inexplicable unless he wears heels. The way he walks with the bent legs, the way the shoe bends. I'm pretty sure he's wearing like secret high heels. But now the other part and this part, honestly, I find a little more interesting. So the first point I'd make is don't wear high heels, right? Like shortness is only as much of a detriment to you in politics as you make it. Now, I know Sagar did a list of like almost every president is tall, right? Like almost every president's 6 feet or taller, right? But it's only as much of a detriment as you make it. If you're short, but it doesn't bother you, and for lack of a better term, you walk around with BDE, like, nobody cares, right? Like, you can override the fact that you're short. Like, if you could still have command of a room and be a leader and be charismatic if you're short. The idea that you can't, honestly, is absurd. There's some of the most charismatic people I ever met in my life. We're not only short, we're super short. Back when I used to sell cars, there was this salesman named Alfredo, and he's like 5'3", something like that, and he was the most charismatic person I've ever seen in my life, just like a natural born smooth talker and a leader. And so the first point is don't wear the heels in the first place, right? But let's assume, okay, that ship has sailed and there's nothing we can do about it. And Crystal and I were debating this. When you're asked, hey, do you wear heels? And then the evidence is presented. What's the best path forward? And Sagar agreed with Crystal and said, you have to deny it. I totally disagree. Like, if anything, being open and upfront about it, number one, it's positive in and of itself because you're just being honest. Number two, it shows that you can be, like, self-deprecating too, in a sense. Like, if this was brought up to me and I wore heels, I'd be like, yeah, you caught me. I'm kind of short, and I'm a little self-conscious and insecure about it, and I wanted to be a little taller, so we decided this is probably a good way to go about it, but now that I'm caught, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing, and I regret doing it in the first place. But hey, yeah, you got me. I wear heels. Who cares? Right? Like, I feel like honesty is always the best policy. Now, maybe that's just a character trait that I have where, like, and you could ask anybody who's close to me will tell you this. I am, like, fundamentally incapable of telling a lie, even like a little nothing lie. I just don't have it in me, right? And maybe that's my bias in the situation, is that I'm always biased towards just tell the truth. But I feel like there was a way you could have been like, yeah, I do wear heels because I'm a little self-conscious about how tall I am, but apparently now that I got caught, maybe it wasn't the best idea, but what are you gonna do? Like, something that's more honest. But no, he does the whole like, no. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, remember, this was my favorite Trump lie of all time. Trump used to call up, all those like celebrity magazines, those like smutty celebrity magazines that like follow every time a celebrity farts and they put it in a magazine. In the 1980s and 1990s, he would call up those magazines and pretend to be his own publicist. He would say, my name is John Barron. I am not Donald Trump. My name is John Barron. And let me tell you something about Madonna. Madonna's a beautiful girl, and Madonna has been barking up Trump's tree for a while now. She really wants Trump. She really wants Trump. Let me tell you, she loves Trump. All these women, all these beautiful celebrity women, they love Trump. And so one of the people who worked at one of these magazines, Trump had done this a number of times, so they knew, oh my God, Trump calls pretending to be his own publicist and then tells us how much all these women love him. And they recorded Trump doing this, calling and pretending he's his own publicist and saying all these women love him. And then during the campaign, I think it was in 2015 or 2016, the person who worked for that magazine released the audio and did like a round of press, went on CNN and all these things. And look, it's not debatable. The voice was 100% Donald Trump. Everybody knows Trump's voice. It was absolutely Trump. And so somebody brought it up to Trump, and he was like, that's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. This is ridiculous. This is absurd. And like, the lie was so brazen and so over the top that it just, like, you become a caricature of a person where now literally nothing you say can be taken seriously, right? So why wouldn't you just be like, yeah, I thought it'd be, he could have even said, I thought it'd be funny to see if they'd catch on to it. It was a goof. And they ran the articles anyway. That's weird. But yeah, I thought it would be a goof. Say something other than, that's not me. We know it's your voice. We know your voice. So it's one of those lies where, like, now every single thing you say is suspect immediately. And for DeSantis to deny this, it's like, okay, but the evidence is overwhelming. Now everything you say is suspect to me. I mean, to me, everything he said already was suspect because of his political record, but you know what I'm saying. Even people who might be sympathetic to him policy-wise are going to be like, you're kind of full of shit, bro. Like, you're kind of full of shit. So anyway, I thought if he got caught, he should have taken a moment, tell the truth, be a little self-deprecating, and move on. But instead, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, please. Yes, you do. I'm sure DeSantis has seen every one of the videos accusing him of wearing heels. And those videos are right. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.